Looking at some of the problems in the world. Hi, I'm Dr. James Holt, and religions generally teach peace and fraternity and kindness, but there are minorities that don't live that aspect of their faith. We should recognise that a whole group should not be judged by the actions of a small number, however loud and offensive that minority is. Acts of violence in the world are evil, but we must make sure that we do not add to the suffering by blaming innocent people. We must treat each other, irrespective of any difference, with respect. A prayer attributed to St. Francis of Assisi, I think, is appropriate. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, and it is in pardoning that we are pardoned. This prayer teaches us that we must, in whatever situation we find ourselves in, offer practical help. Jesus taught the following parable for Christians. A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he fell among robbers, who stripped him and beat him, and departed, leaving him half dead. Now by chance a priest was going down that road, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. So likewise a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he journeyed, came to where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion, and went to him and bound up his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he set him on his own beast and brought him to an inn, and took care of him. Which of these, Jesus asked, do you think proved neighbour to the man who fell among the robbers? He said, the one who showed mercy on him. And Jesus said to him, go and do likewise. Let me read it to you again. Jesus replied, a man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he fell among robbers, who stripped him and beat him, and departed, leaving him half dead. Now by chance a person was going down that road, and when he saw him, he stood by and said, oh, dear, this is terrible. So likewise another person, when he came to the place and saw him, vowed revenge on the perpetrators and those like them. But a Samaritan, as he journeyed, came to where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion, and went to him and bound up his wounds, and took care of him. We, as decent human beings, must help other people. If we see someone in trouble, we don't just say, oh, that's terrible. We must do something to help. Feelings of frustration are real, but we must not channel that frustration in the wrong way. It must motivate us in seeking peace and justice, not retribution. A path that seeks love and reconciliation, a path that sees each other as brother and sister.